What is your American dream?
My American dream is that, we have peace and equality for all. That we stop this border walls. Don't build walls, build bridges, as the Pope says. And I go along with what he says. That we open the doors to America, not just to special people.
I'm pursuing my dream that I've always had since I was a child and never could, which is to be a full-time musician. So I am living my dream.
I have my American dream. My father came here with $35 in his pocket. He died a millionaire, so that was my American dream.
My American dream. Take the lotto.
My American dream is to bring Little Italy back to what it was and to continue doing what we're doing.
I feel like my American dream is to be able to make art that represents all of America, not just the white middle to upper class America, so that people can see themselves represented and can see themselves as American and feel like everyone has a place here.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Groundhog Sam here. I'm in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery where Washington Irving was buried. And guess what? A ton of groundhogs live here. Yep, Shar told me that. So, did you guys miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, if you did, you really missed a lot because it was a Halloween extravaganza. And one of the things we did was have the Headless Horseman come to the studio. I'm sure you guys are all wondering how that happened. Well, it was all me. Yep. See, I met him. He's right over there. And I went over. At first, he scared the bejesus out of me. But then I realized he seemed like he might be really awesome to come to the studio and surprise everybody. So I asked him, my name is Groundhog Sam, and I'm wondering if perhaps you would come to the Bradshaw Live studio on Wednesday for a Halloween show? Perhaps surprise everyone? Oh, thank you, sir. Awesome. Thank you. I can't wait. I'll get you the address. Thank you. Hello, sweet horse. Hello. Okay. We got him. He's going to come to visit us. See you at the studio on Wednesday, horsey. Please, sir. And he did. He came all the way to New York City on Wednesday just to come in for Bradshaw Live.
Oh my God! It's the horse! The horse! Horsey! It's the Headless Horseman!
Oh, he's dancing! Oh, he's dancing!
What an awesome dude. Head or no head. And hello, hello, hello. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Introducing Bradshaw Live and Brad Bernstein. Yahoo!
Hello, everybody. Bradshaw Live, the day after Halloween. That was such a great show yesterday. We had so much fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, too. We had so much fun that I got a telephone call today from Mr. Big. I can't tell you who Mr. Big is, but Mr. Big is bigger than me. He said, way too much fun. You're not allowed to have any friends today. No friends to have fun with. You just will be answering immigration questions. That's it. So if you look at the studio, I have nobody to have fun with today. Nobody. They said no yo-yo today. No Belgium Kim. Even Groundhog Sam is grounded. He's grounded. They said it was just too much yesterday, and we have to help as many people with their immigration questions. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Yes, it was an awesome show yesterday, and we're paying the price today. We're paying it in human people. People are not here today because of our show yesterday. Yeah, that's right, my dukes. What? Yeah, Mr. Big said no Kim, no yo-yo, No Groundhog Sam. Nobody. Brad, you get here, you act somber. You don't joke around. There's no jokes, Brad, today. None. Zero. You want jokes? You should have watched yesterday. Because no jokes today. Yo-Yo. No Yo-Yo. No Kim. No Sam. No Headless Horseman. No Dancing Dino. Nobody. Just me here, lonely in the studio, answering your immigration questions. But we'll get through it, everybody. Welcome, Bradshaw Live. It's okay. Belgium Kim on assignment. Yo-Yo on assignment. There is no Mr. Big. I'm Mr. Big. It's Bradshaw Live. I'm the one who decides. So Yo-Yo said, hey, Brad, can I take off today? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then Belgium Kim said, hey, Brad, can I take off today? I'm like, okay, sure. And then I realized I got nobody in the studio to talk to. So I am going to be talking to the Brad Squad. And but Yo-Yo and Kim will be back tomorrow, I promise you. Just one day. But we did have a lot of fun yesterday. Actually, yesterday, I watched the show. I woke up around 5 in the morning in my bed, and I watched the first time. You know, I watch parts of the show every day, but I have to be honest with you, I never have time to sit there and watch, you know, do a show for 2 hours, and then go back and watch a 2-hour show, because that's 4 hours out of a 24-hour day. So I watch parts of a show, but I've never watched a full show of Bradshaw Live. It's a 2-hour show. I have to tell you, yesterday I watched the entire show and I was rolling on the floor. I didn't realize how funny it was until we watched it. So I got to say hello to the squad. I must say hello to the squad. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, how are you? Jella Shauna, Tamika Nelson, Kennedy Roy, Marjorie Thompson, Burke Madera, Lisa Bling Rose, Deanna Love, Ma Dukes, Marilyn Thompson, and Cordella Douglas, all saying hello. Burke Madera, how are you? Malia Lobin Martin, how you doing? And Lisa Bling Rose. And who else we have? Lynn Brown, how are you? Deanna Love, how are you? And let's see who else we have here. Everybody's now saying hello to everybody. And do we have anyone else here? Princess Martin Uniqueness. Good evening, everyone. Kim Moore and Brad, also Yo-Yo. And by the way, Kim Moore, Belgium Kim, you're getting top billing there in the hellos from Princess Martin Uniqueness, excuse me. Marjorie Thompson, Cordella Douglas, how are you? Abigail Taylor Watson, I think she missed part of the show. She came in the middle and like, what's going on here? And Lisa Bling Rose, I said, of course. And who else here? Anyone else? Anyone else coming to say hello? Lex Boss. Just coming straight in with a question. Hi, Brad. I use Medicaid, and is it going to affect my citizenship application? And the answer is not at the present time, but maybe in the future, but certainly not in the present time because there is no poverty guidelines for citizenship. Carol Eris Holt Burrell, she's saying no way. I don't know what no way is. She missed the show yesterday. Coco Al says, hey, Brad. And I just got to say back, hello. Isaka Sally, how are you? Since I have nobody to talk to, I'm just going to talk to the squad, and I'm going to make pretend that I'm hearing them say hello back to me. Sandra Thompson, how are you? And Dane, welcome. I'm here looking at the Brad Show and CNN at the same time. Brad, your show is very informative, and I can't read the rest of the comment, but I assume he likes us equally as well as CNN. And Alex Aranza, also with a question. We'll get to you later, Alex. Rich Kid C saying hello, and Yvonne Steele popping in there right at the end. And of course on YouTube, Man the Noisy Neighbor, Anderson Andy, Nico Suave, says Ashley Thompson, good evening, Brad Squad. Nezzy Show, hello to the team. Andreen Spence, hello. Ja Love. Was Ja Love, did you watch yesterday? It was a great show. Dominic Carter, Cordella Douglas, of course, Anderson Andy, Ruthie Cutie, Princess Black, and everybody else who I missed. Hello, hello, hello. And we're going to do a share game today because we need to get our shares up. We have not done a share game. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you prefer one of the two? We can do a free consult. I have a better idea. This is going to be the share game. I'm not even giving you a preference. This is going to be the share game. If we get to 1,000 shares on YouTube, 1,000 shares on YouTube, and we get to at least 110, no, let's make that 120 contemporaneous views on Facebook, we are going to pick out of the machine tomorrow the names of 5 people. Did I what on Peppers? No, oh no, I'm sorry. No, if I said it backwards, it's 1,000 shares on Facebook, 120 contemporaneous views on YouTube. That is the game. I will pick out of the machine tomorrow. You know the thing that I go like this? I'm going to pick out of the machine tomorrow 5 names. 5 names. Each of those names is going to get a $15 American Express card, courtesy of Bradshaw Live, to go buy whatever you want. Nope. It's not going to be a $15 American Express card. It's going to be a $20 American Express card. 5 people, 5 lucky people from Bradshaw Live are going to win $20 American Express card totaling $100. You are going to possibly win this. It is money in your pocket. And all you got to do is get your fellow Brad Squatters to share 1,000 times on Facebook and 120 contemporaneous views on YouTube. Do you think we can do it? Yes, Ma Dukes, I had it backwards. Do you think we could do it? Do you think that, because usually Brad Squad likes to be bribed. I've bribed them with free consultations, movie tickets, meet and greets with Yo-Yo and Belgium Kim. I don't do meet and greets, but the best way to meet and greet me is just show up at my office, because I'll meet and greet you all day long. But Belgium Kim, Abigail Taylor Watson says, awesome, Brad. Tamika Nelson says, guys, let's get over to YouTube. You have to understand something. It has to be both. It has to be that YouTube gets to 120 contemporaneous views. It has to be that Facebook gets 1,000 shares. You don't win anything. We do not pull out of the machine 5 winners for $20 American Express cards. So we're going to give away $100 just for sharing, doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do. But you got to get both. You got to get it on YouTube and you got to get it on Facebook. Rich Kid C says, yes, we can. I don't know. They haven't done it in a while. Let's see what happens. So let's explain to you how you share on Facebook. You take your thumb out, you take your finger out, you press the arrow on the bottom, you share it to your friends, you share it to groups. Facebook will count it. But if 2 people share to the same group or to the same friend, it only gets counted as 1 share. That's why some people say, I shared it 100 times. You maybe have shared it 100 times to the same people that other people shared it to. You got to share it to different people. So, 10 people shared to Brad Bernstein's Facebook page, that equals 1 share. You understand how it works? So you got to find 1,000 individual groups or people to share to. Say, hey, Brad's giving away free advice. And he's giving away $100 just for sharing. 5 $20 American Express cards. Then you got to get to YouTube. You got to press the share on YouTube. The best way to and take the link, put it in people, send it to all your WhatsApp or SMS it, because YouTube doesn't count shares. But if you say, hey, watch the show right now, and you get the views up, we will get to 120 contemporaneous views. So far, Groundhog Sam is reporting in 65 shares on Facebook, 36 watching on YouTube. Let's see if we can bribe. This is just outright bribery of the Brad Squad to get them to share. Let's see if we can do it, folks. 120, not 120 shares on YouTube, Carol Anderson, 120 contemporaneous views. and 1,000 shares on Facebook. Tomorrow, if we do it, tomorrow we're going to take out of the machine 5 people who made at least 2 comments today, because you got to make 2 comments so that way we know you watched the show. You can't win $20 if you didn't watch today. So we know who made the comments, and then we pick it out of the machine. Patrona Collins says, pause the texting for now and let's share. Let's work together, squad, and let's share, says Deanna Love. 5 $20 American Express cards to 5 lucky Brad Squad winners. All you got to do is share, share, share. So let's go to a little schmooze now before we get to our immigration questions. Let me see if anybody is on. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple people. We're going to be answering your immigration questions in about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. So call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. And Belgium, Kim, and Yo-Yo, let's tell everybody what they win for sharing. Oh, nobody here. All right, I'll tell you. 5 $20 American Express cards. We're going to pick out of the machine tomorrow. 1,000 shares on Facebook. 120 contemporaneous views on YouTube. So in the meantime, while we schmooze here a little bit, while we wait for the lines to heat up, let's see where we at here. We got 2 people on hold, Aldine and Sheena. We're going to get to you both in a second. The Associated Press, they're a news organization. They did an investigation. They have found that 58,600 migrants have died trying to cross the border since 2014. As people cross any border in the entire world, not just the United States. I was about to say, wow, that sounds like a lot. As people worldwide flee war, hunger, and a lack of jobs, global migration has soared to record highs. It is a global world right now. 258 million international migrants changed countries in 2017. 258 million people out of a population of about 5 billion. So what is that? That's it's almost like 5%, I think, if I'm doing the math right. 5% of the people in this world have moved countries in 2017. Did I do the math right, Joe? Is that correct? Oh, that was Groundhog Sam. He's not sure how to count. But an Associated Press tally has documented of the 258 million people who have moved countries in 2017. 56,800 died or went missing since 2014 trying to immigrate to another country. The Associated Press reports that as of October 1st, 28,300 dead or missing in 2018 alone. So although we have a global society, society is preventing people from moving. It's causing a lot of death. Meanwhile, Mueller, remember him? We haven't talked about him in a while. He has not been in the news simply because he has decided 60 days prior to the election to keep quiet. He doesn't want to have his investigation affect the outcome of the midterm elections, which are this Tuesday. However, a company appears to be run by a pro-Trump conspiracy theorist offered to pay women to make false claims against Robert Mueller in the days leading up to the midterm election. And the special counsel's office, Robert Mueller, has now asked the FBI to weigh in. Mueller's spokesman Pete Carr said, when we learned last week of allegations that women were offered money to make false claims about the special counsel, the false claims were about sexual advances, perhaps rape, perhaps inappropriate sexual touching, we immediately referred the matter to the FBI for investigation. So, for example, a woman identifying herself as Lorraine Parsons told journalists in an email that she'd been offered roughly $20,000, this woman, by a man claiming to work for a firm called Surefire Intelligence, which has been hired by a Trump activist named Jack Berkman to, quote, make accusations of sexual misconduct and workplace harassment against Robert Mueller. Parsons wrote in her letter that she had worked for Mueller as a paralegal at the Pillsbury, Madison, and Sutro law firm in 1974, but that she didn't see him much. She quotes, "When I did see him, he was always very polite to me and was never inappropriate. The law firm told me late on Tuesday afternoon, however, that it has no record of this individual ever working for the firm." Let me tell you, folks, and this is coming from Brad, okay? The only people, well, I mean, you can't, you know, sexually touch anybody, okay? But certainly, you certainly can't even make any sexual inappropriate comments in the workplace as well. We're in a different society now. We're not in a closed society. We're in an open society that is, it's 2018. I found it interesting because I saw there was an article in the newspaper today that in North Korea, North Korean women accept being sexually abused, raped, touched inappropriately by men. It's accepted in their society. They are not unaware of the Me Too movement. And only when they come to the West do they realize that, you know, what's happening may even be wrong. In this particular case, this was trying to be a smear, not a schmooze, a smear campaign against Robert Mueller. Let's see what else is happening here. Trump is deploying 5,200 additional troops to the Mexican border today. Homeland Security and Pentagon officials said Monday that they will send 5,200 troops, military helicopters, and giant spools of razor wire to the Mexican border in the coming days to brace for the arrival of these poor Central American women and children who are fleeing violence and rape there. We are not getting invaded by a caravan of women. We have a caravan of women who are making their way up to the United States to apply for asylum. If they have a valid claim for asylum, then they will be allowed into the country. And if they don't, they don't. But there is no invasion that is happening. The United States is, Trump specifically, is trying to scare the hell out of everybody. He's even having Black Hawk helicopters flying around the border to try to, with night vision capabilities and sensors, to stop these poor women. Oh, God. The CBP says we are preparing for the contingency of large groups of arriving persons in the next several weeks. Immigrant advocacy groups such as the American Civil Liberties Union blasted the move to send military forces and said migrants are exercising their rights under international federal laws to seek asylum in the United States, which is what I just said. Many are walking toward the United States with their families and say they're escaping violence and poverty back home. In a little lighter news, Belgium, Kim, and, oh, they're not here. In a little lighter news, apparently an American Airlines Flight 363 was supposed to have 86 people on board. However, one of the airline workers was drunk and passed out in the cargo hold. A hungover employee for regional carrier Piedmont Airlines fell asleep in the cargo hold of an American Airlines flight from Kansas City last week and took the 1-hour ride to Chicago. Because the area of hold was pressurized and heated, he survived. He has been suspended from his work. And we have what is, at least on this card, I will be the judge of it when I see it, the cutest oath ceremony ever. Kids show up in costume for their swearing-in ceremony. Dozens of children were sworn in as U.S. citizens on Wednesday, some while donning Halloween costumes during a ceremony in Fairfax, Virginia. Some of the children were dressed in Halloween costumes. 35 children who were sworn in as American citizens on Wednesday evening came from 22 countries, including Afghanistan, China, Egypt, Iran, Ireland, and the United Arab Emirates. Let's watch the video. There's no audio. Yeah, I believe what happened. I don't think the children could have been sworn in as U.S. citizens. I got to act as a lawyer here. Because children cannot swear to the Constitution of the United States until they're 18. They can't even naturalize till they're 18. So I'm not sure what they're swearing into. Maybe it's their parents are swearing in, and they took the children in costume. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yes, but although despite that, children are going to immigration court on their own and representing themselves. Finally, you guys got to watch out for this dog if you live in Oklahoma City and you like McDonald's. Because there is a dog scamming McDonald's customers out of burgers by pretending to be a stray when she's not. A woman in Oklahoma City has resorted to dog shaming after she caught her pet sneaking out at night to beg for hamburgers at a nearby McDonald's. On a Facebook post, Betsy Reyes said of her dog, Princess, if you see my dog at the McDonald's on Shields, quit feeding her fat ass because she don't know how to act and leaves the house all the time to go walk into McDonald's at night. She's not even a stray dog. She's just a gold-digging ass bitch that's acting like she's a stray, so people will feel bad for her and feed her burgers. Oh my God. Reyes caught the dog in the act when she drove to McDonald's and photographed and filmed her taking food from drive-thru customers. The dog approached Reyes' car, but when she saw her owner was behind the wheel, she moved on to another car in search of food. Corey Cohen, who is an animal behaviorist, laughed when he heard about the panhandling pooch. It shows that dogs are far more intelligent and their behavior is much more complex than simple stimulus response. That's why we need to treat them as friends and not as machines. What else is happening here? All right. British newlyweds. This is the last one before we get to our immigration. British newlyweds got so drunk on their honeymoon in Sri Lanka that when they woke up, they bought the hotel. British newlyweds who were on their honeymoon in Sri Lanka got so drunk they bought their beachfront hotel after learning its lease was ending. Gina Lyons and Mark Lee, 33 and 35 each, from London, England, made the decision to buy the hotel while on their honeymoon in December 2017. On their first night of their 3-week backpacking trip, the couple had drinks with the staff of their hotel in Tanjal. They said that after drinking 12 glasses of rum, they learned the hotel's lease was almost up, and taking over the hotel for the next 3 years would cost them a whopping $39,576. Can you imagine you could run a whole hotel in Sri Lanka, which is, I guess, would be like a type of paradise. You know, you're on the beach. It's amazing. $39,576. After finding out it was only $13,200 a year to run a hotel, they said, I'm in. The couple said they were buzzed during the entire conversation and may have even signed the contracts a little buzzed, but they're really happy now. The final agreement was $39,576 for a 3-year lease on the hotel. They made their first payment in March. They made the first payment immediately, and their second payment they'll be making in March of 2019. They're already making money. It's a bed and breakfast, and so far, business is booming. So it pays to drink and make deals when you're drunk, I guess, in this particular case, and they are making some money and living the life in Sri Lanka. We are living the life here in New York City. That's where this show is from. It's called Brad Show Live. This is really what we're here for, to answer your immigration questions. Call right now with your immigration questions, 1-800-529-5465. This is where we go to get answers if you call for your immigration questions. Before we go, I got to remind everybody, 1,000 shares on Facebook, 120 contemporaneous viewers on YouTube will get you potentially five American Express cards worth each $20 each. We're going to pick 5 lucky winners, Brad Squad winners, out of our machine tomorrow. 298 Facebook shares, 50 people watching on YouTube. We have about an hour and 10 minutes left of our show. Let's see if we can do it. It's very possible. Let's go to Aldine in Queens. Aldine.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Lonely in the studio. I like friends, so you could be my friend on the show right now. What's going on? What's going on?
All right, I have 2 questions, one for me and one for my brother.
Okay.
Let's start with me. So I'm trying to lift my condition, and I did switch my application from marriage to a divorce, and then the whole process, it took like 3 years now. So in this month, I will be eligible for 5 years citizenship.
Right.
Can I apply for it? Or
yes, you should. As long as you have a significant amount of proof that it was a real marriage, I would apply for your citizenship.
I'm a divorce waiver, though.
Yeah, I understand. But as long as you have proof that it was a real marriage, you have lots of proof, do it. You have you have a winning case, you file for citizenship because the government's taken forever. So that forces the issue.
All right. And the second question is for my brother. He's a green card holder. He filed for his unmarried daughter when she was under 21. And the process, it took until she become now 22. So the first letter they sent her, she was a category 2FA, and then the MVC letter
F2B, because she turned 21.
Yeah.
Right.
So does they consider her under 21 because of the time of the filing?
No. It doesn't lock your age in, unfortunately. So she's gonna end up in the F2B category.
And she has to wait the 7 years.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Aldine, where are you from?
Algeria.
Yeah. How'd you hear about the show?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I just found out about the show a few weeks, and I really like it.
Oh, good. You're watching every day? You're becoming a top viewer? Excellent. Thank you very much, Aldine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for calling. All right, let's go to Sheena in Queens. Sheena.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, good night. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. I would like to ask a question about immigration.
Go ahead.
A brother to sponsor a sister, how long does it take? How many years?
I mean, I could take a guess, 13 to 15 years, something like that. It's a guess.
13 to, because the sponsorship started since 2010.
Yeah, I'll tell you where they're at right now. I just got to Google it. 1 second. You Google Visa Bulletin, which is what I'm doing right now, and we go to Visa Bulletin, and we go to November 2018, and they're up to March 22nd, 2005. So you got about 5 more years.
5 more years.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Take care. Bye.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we're going to go to. Donald in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Donald.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bernstein.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
Good. I have a couple of questions. First, I love your show.
Thank you.
When I get off work, I go straight to my phone.
Appreciate
it. I watch your old episode and new episode.
Thank you.
But in 2017, I filed for my daughter and my son, which everything's been approved. They're here now. But I know my son automatically here a U.S. citizen because he's 17.
Right.
But when I put in the paperwork for both of them, my daughter was 20, and they kept her under the minor category. So I want to know, is she to get citizenship through me?
No.
She have to wait?
No, she has to wait the 5 years. Those are two different laws. So there's one law that says that if your child is living with you and you're a U.S. citizen and your child has a green card and your child is under the age of 18 and the child resides with you in your legal custody, that child automatically becomes a U.S. citizen. That's one law. That's why your son became a citizen. There's another law that's called the Child Status Protection Act, CSPA. The Child Status Protection Act says that if you're a U.S. citizen and you file for your child under the age of 21, even if she turns 21 or 22, as long as the initial application went in while she was under 21, she stays an immediate relative, which means she's not on any waiting list, and she gets a green card faster. Those are two different things. But because she came to live with you after she was 18, she's not a citizen, so she's got to wait the 5 years.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Donald. All right, let's go to Tamara in Philadelphia. Tamara.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good night.
Good night. What's up?
Good. I have 2 questions. Okay, so I've been married for over 7-8 years now, but because I didn't have my landing paper, I couldn't get my green card. So, is any other way out? I went to one lawyer.
You're married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's called a provisional waiver. You go home, you come back.
Okay, so that's my only option.
If you don't have an entry into the United States and you entered the country without inspection, you stay. Your husband files the I-130 visa petition for you. You file
Okay.
a provisional waiver after the I-130 is approved. What does the waiver do? It waives the 10-year bar. So let me explain something to you. If you live in the United States illegally more than 1 year, there's a law that says if you leave the country, you can't come back for 10 years. That's why people get stuck when they leave. That's why the immigration laws are so stupid. And these actually laws were written by Newt Gingrich in 1996. It actually forces people to remain in the United States illegally because they're scared if they leave, they'll never be able to come back, just like you.
Okay.
So
how about if you've been here for more than 10 years?
Fine. You've been here for 20 years. So then you file a provisional waiver. What does the provisional waiver do? It waives your immigration law violations. So it waives the fact that you entered the country without inspection and you resided here with some sort of out of status more than a year. So then you go back to your country, wherever you're from, when the visa appointment is scheduled. They're going to ask you 4 sets of questions. Okay? First set of questions is, did you live in the United States out of status more than a year? Yes, I did. Here's my waiver. Okay. Resolved. 2, do you have a medical exam? In that medical exam, do you have any communicable diseases or do you have drugs in your system? I assume you have no communicable diseases. I assume you have no drugs. That's fine. The third thing they're going to ask is, do you have any criminal records? I assume you have no criminal records. I assume you're a nice person. You've never been arrested. You'll be fine there. And the last thing that they want to do is actually, there's going to be 5 sets of questions because it's a marriage case. The 4th thing they're going to do is prove to us this is a real marriage. Now, I assume you and your husband are living together. You'll be able to prove it's a real marriage. And finally, the last thing they're going to do is, have you ever commit fraud? You ever lied to the government? If you never lied to the government, you never committed fraud, then you pass that part. That is the entire interview. I've just taken you through the entire thing. So so for people who have straightforward cases, who do provisional waivers, in my office, they have gone home and come back 2-3 weeks later. Knock on wood, I've never had anybody stuck. Now, if you came here on a substituted passport, you lied, you showed a document that's not true, or you have some other misrepresentation with the government, you don't do a provisional waiver because the provisional waiver doesn't cover lying and misrepresentation. That's a different story. Okay, but assuming you just entered the country without inspection, someone drove you across the border, or you drove across the border, or you walked off a boat, you jumped out of a plane, you parachuted over Nebraska, you ran across from Mexico, whatever it is, as long as you didn't show a fake document, you should be doing a provisional waiver.
Okay. So I have another question. How about if you travel, which I never did it for somebody else, and it's a right visa and everything, but it's just not for them, and they travel when it. So
wait. What? If you travel and it's not for them? I don't understand.
If you travel on a visa that's not yours.
Okay, that's a different story. So that's considered misrepresentation and fraud.
Misrepresentation.
Yeah,
okay.
Then you have a different problem. Okay, so you have so then when you go home, you would be denied for fraud. So that's a different situation. All right. So I don't know what your situation may be, but I would suggest you have a consultation with us and let's figure it out.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's go to Patricia in Queens. Patricia.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
What's going on?
I have a question. Can a person who is living in Section 8 housing petition for their spouse?
Yes. Now, Section 8 housing is receiving government assistance, but they look at the totality of circumstances, and generally, if you have an income 125% above the poverty level, they would still give him the green card. That's what I've been seeing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Amma in Raleigh, North Carolina. Amma.
Yes, hi.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, I have a question about my situation. I enter to United States for fiancé visa, then we get married. That was 2010. Before 90 days, we get married, but my husband, due to lack of financial and everything, so my status not changing for married. So is that there is in trouble because long time we did not change my status yet?
You still married? You still married to him?
Yeah. I'm still married to him. We have
let's file the adjustment now. You can still do it.
Oh, it's not a problem. So that means I'm not illegal staying in the United States?
You are illegal, but you need to file an adjustment. You can fix it.
Oh, so I am illegal.
You are an
So I
illegal.
can
You are
fix
illegal,
it.
but you can fix it by filing the adjustment, which is what needs to happen now.
Oh, I am legal to stay.
You are illegal, out of status, but I can.
Oh, okay.
But it can be fixed by filing the proper adjustment application. That's what you should be doing.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing problem. Only I need to. He needs to file it.
Correct.
Okay. So how much is the amount he used to make?
Well, you have 2 children and yourself, so it's a family of 4.
Yes, sir.
And the poverty guidelines, I have to Google this too, for 2018 is, let's see what it is, for a family of 4, it's 25,000, and then you got to be 125. You got to be about $33,000 a year.
Oh, so that means he's qualified.
He is
for right now
qualified,
for
yes.
the salary.
Yes.
Because he made 34,000
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be very close, but you should be able to do it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Take care.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Just go away. How about my what do you call medical from the Philippines already expired? They said only 1 year expiration.
You would have to do it. You would have to do a new medical. What I would suggest, Amma, is that you hold on and let's make a consultation. We can do it by phone. Hold on one second. All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Jordan in Seaford, Delaware. Jordan.
Hey, Brad.
What's happening?
I got 2 questions for you.
Yes.
I got an I-130 pending since April 30 this year, and I don't have nothing yet. I don't know what's going on.
You have an I-130 put in through April and you got nothing yet. Who's sponsoring you?
Nothing. I got a lawyer on it.
No, not your lawyer's not sponsoring you. Who is the petitioner?
Oh, my wife.
Your wife is a citizen?
Yes.
How did you come to America?
I mean, illegal.
Out of status?
Yes.
All right. So you got to get the I-130 approved and then do a provisional waiver. So you were filed in April of this year. Did you get a receipt notice back?
Yeah, I only got the receipt.
Okay, so you got to wait a little longer. They're taking about 9-10 months to approve these now. So just hang in there.
Okay, and
All
the
right.
second one is,
Yeah.
if she got food stamps, is that going to be a problem?
Gets food stamps? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. So she's going to eventually have to get off it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Lynn in San Francisco, California. Lynn.
Okay, hi, Brad.
Hey, Lynn.
I called. Okay, I called before, and my extension is still pending. Everything.
Lynn, you got to speak up. You're a low talker. I don't hear you.
Hello?
Speak up, please.
Hello?
Yeah, that's better. What is your question?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. You got to speak up.
Hello?
Hello again.
Okay,
You have to speak up.
okay. Okay, okay. I said my extension is still pending USCIS, but I already stayed a couple of days past the extra 6 months, even though I haven't heard from USCIS yet. But I just want to know if my spouse wants to file for me, do I have to wait to hear from them first before
No.
he files?
No, if your spouse is a citizen, let him file the adjustment immediately.
Even before I hear from USCIS
Correct.
concerning the
Correct.
extension?
Correct.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
because you're out of status, so you got to get back in status. The fastest way is your spouse who's a citizen files your adjustment. We can help you. Hold on one second. It sounds.
Do you know how long that takes?
About 12, 18 months. It sounds like you're like on a sailboat in the bay. What's going on there in San Francisco? Why is it so loud?
I'm kind of outside.
You're outside. Is it windy? Sounds windy.
Yes.
All right, weather report for San Francisco. Wind. Hold on one second. Let's go to Danny in Philadelphia. Danny.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, I wanted to know what are the forms needed to be filed for a spouse in adjustment of status. He originally came on a B2 visa.
I-45, I-130, I-130A, I-864 affidavit of support, I-765 work permit, I-131 advance parole.
And one more question. We have one additional sponsor, so he needs to.
He would sign a separate I-864. So you're going to need 2 I-864s, one for you and one for the second sponsor.
Okay, so on the I-765 for the work permit, when it says what is your eligibility category, what would you put?
C9. I would put C9 because you're filing an adjustment, and the form says if you're filing an adjustment, put C9.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Have a nice day.
You too. Let's go to Dio in Kentucky, Illinois. Dio.
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, good.
I'm good too.
Yeah. I filed for my I-148. It was July.
You filed an I-140 or an I-130?
I-148.
I-148? What's an I-148?
Yeah.
There's no I-148. What are you doing? Who's sponsoring you?
My wife.
Okay, your wife is so you're I-485.
I-45, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. So your wife's a citizen. You filed the I-45, and what happened?
I checked my status. They said about to be scheduled for interview. How long does it take?
It's 12 to 18 months according to USCIS right now from the time you file. So you're going to wait a little bit.
What of the?
Just because they say your work authorization is about 6 months if you do it right.
Okay, from July to... Okay.
Yeah, so you'll get it towards the end of the year, your work permit. You're not going to get an interview till end of next summer.
Because I've done my fingerprint and...
I understand that. I understand. Trump rules right now, and the rules are this takes a hell of a long time. Didn't have to be, but that's what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Sharon in Portmore, Jamaica. Sharon.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
Okay, I'm fine. I'm asking a question about my mom. She had her green card since 1994, but she has been back and forth to Jamaica until she got sick and had to stay in Jamaica. And her green card is up now. But what she wanted now is to get a visiting visa. How can she go about that?
So if she stayed in Jamaica and never came back, the best way
the green card is expired.
Okay, the best way to get a visitor's visa, is prove you have no intention of living in the United States. That's how you get a visitor's visa. So, what is the best proof that you have no intention of living in the United States? I had the opportunity to live in the United States. I had a green card, and I didn't want to live in the United States. So 99.99% of the time, you walk into the U.S. Embassy for a visitor's visa, you hand them the green card, they'll be more than happy to hand you a visitor's visa.
Okay, I've been telling her that, but she's so worried that they're not going to give her.
No, they'll give it to her. It's fine. You tell her. You tell her. Brad says it's okay.
And I enjoy your show.
Thank you very much, Sharon. All right, let's go to Neville in Queens.
Hello.
Hi.
Afternoon.
What's happening?
Yes. I came to America in 2015.
Right.
To perform on the Labor Day Parade. However, I got into some medical problem with my foot. They did surgery here and here from that time back and forth. And I'm still here because I developed more medical problem with blood clot on my lungs. They did 2 surgeries and
oh my God.
The hospital they did extension with Homeland Security with 2 extensions.
Right.
For here. So I just want to find out what can be done because I'm still here and I was told that I need to file some for asylum for them to certain benefits to get here because actually I need to be applying for asylum.
Why would you apply for what is your claim for asylum? What's going to happen to you if you go home?
I'm afraid that they're going to do things to me.
Why?
I don't really want to go back. I don't want to go back home.
Well, that's a different... Well, all right, where are you from?
Hello?
Where are you from, Neville?
Over here or in Jamaica.
Jamaica. You're from Jamaica.
Kingston, Tivoli
You're from Kingston, Jamaica. All right, so hold on one second, all right? And we'll talk about whether you saying I don't want to go home is not asylum. So there has to be a reason. You may not want to discuss it on the air, so hold on one second. All right, with that being said, a few weeks ago, you may recall that Donald Trump appeared on 60 Minutes in an interview with Leslie Stahl. He spoke about several issues, including climate change, saying he doesn't think it's a hoax, but that the climate will change back to normal on its own. Well, our Miami field correspondent, Anna Escona, had quite a few things to say about Donald Trump saying there's no climate change. Let's watch.
Hey friends from the Brad Show Live, I'm Anna Escona. The Global Scientific Authority of Climate Change recently warned all governments around the world that they must take rapid action in all aspects of society to avoid disastrous levels of global warming, and that the planet only has till 2030 to stem catastrophic climate change. When our president was asked for his views during a 60-minute interview, Trump said climate will change back again, after he said he doesn't believe it's a hoax. Rewind! Climate is going to change back again, but you don't believe it's a hoax? How does that even make any sense? First of all, if you don't believe it's a hoax, who's manipulating it for it to change back again? Climate isn't going to change back on its own. It's only going to get worse unless you guys do something about it. And by you guys, I mean the government. But wait, it gets better. Then Trump said, I don't think this is something that's man-made. I just want to say, I personally don't believe it's a hoax, but I do believe that a lot of the reason why our climate is being affected is because of the things that we do to our earth. Like most of these industrial jobs affect our air, the air that we breathe, which affects climate change. I think our government has the power to do something to help our climate, but will they really do something? I don't think so. Because that would mean cutting back on some industrial jobs like factories, warehouses that pollute our air. And I honestly don't think Trump really cares to help the air that we breathe if it means to cut back some jobs, because that means he's losing out on money. And we all know losing out on money and Donald Trump do not mix over here. So here's the thing. Experts say that by agitating climate change, we would save tens and trillions of dollars in climate damages. Based on his answers, you can tell that Donald Trump is not even concerned about climate change. He just doesn't seem to care and gives us these answers that don't even make sense, like, oh, I think something's happening. Of course something's happening. What do you mean think? How you know that something's happening? Especially to our climate, to our earth. You're running a nation and you don't know that something's happening? It just sucks that we have a leader that can't even talk on behalf of climate change and the things that we can do to avoid our earth being destroyed. And this is the type of leader we chose to be our president.
Well, you didn't have to convince me, Anna. I know there's climate change. I know the earth is heating up, and it's quite obvious. Let's go to Vera in Staten Island, New York. Vera.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, I am big fan of yours. So I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
One for me and one for my friend.
Okay.
So for me is I'm married to a U.S. citizen for 5 years. We are separated now, not divorced yet. But next year I want to apply for citizenship.
Okay.
So
how long have you had a green card?
Is it possible?
How long have you had a green card?
I got my green card for since 2014.
Yes, then you would have had. Then you have 5 years. You don't have to be married to him to do your citizenship. You only have to do the citizenship and be married to him in a bona fide marriage if you're doing it based on 3 years. You're separated from him, 2019. Yeah. You've had a green card for 5 years. Whether you're divorced, separated, not separated, doesn't matter.
Okay, so if next year I want to apply for
yes, it's not a problem.
Citizenship,
You'll be okay.
And okay, but they say on the USCIS, I read them everything there about citizenship. It says I have to have a clear taxes.
Well, what you have to have is what the law says is to be a citizen. If you work, you have to pay your proper taxes. That's what a good citizen does. If you don't work, there's no law that says you have to work to become a citizen. What the law says is if you do work, don't get paid under the table, pay your taxes. So if you didn't work, you're not going to go and file a tax return for money you never earned. Then you don't file a tax return. The question's going to become, how'd you support yourself if you're not working? So just be prepared to answer that question.
Okay.
All right?
All right. And the second question is from my friend.
There wasn't this. This is now your third question, but it's okay. I'm not counting.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So she have a daughter, citizen, American, and she never here.
Mm-hmm.
She never live in the U.S. She live in overseas. But next year she gonna come here for to school,
Mm-hmm.
and she was asking me if it's possible that the daughter sponsor her.
The daughter. How old is the daughter?
Next year she'll be 18.
No, you have to be 21.
Oh.
You have to be 21. But yes,
21.
but when the daughter's 21, the answer is yes. She can sponsor.
Okay. Is it I-130?
I-130, I-45, the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So even if she don't have, even like for example, if the daughter have part-time job.
Yeah, because you could always get a second affidavit of support from somebody else.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for watching. Let's go to Alberca in Woodbridge, Virginia. Alberca.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, how are you, my dear?
I'm fine, I'm okay. My case is a unique one. I'm calling to make inquiries. What happened was, I'm all the way from West Africa, Sierra Leone. I came over for holidays, but then I met an ex-boyfriend, and I was just here for 2 months, and I found out in the first month that I was pregnant already. And I wanted to go back because, I have a 3-year visiting visa, but, we get 6 months upon arrival at the airport. So what happened was, after the 6 months, because he wanted me to get a proper medical care here because there's no proper medical care in my country, and I had a miscarriage before, so I stayed, but I extended my visa with the USCIS office. And now he wants me to stay for good. But the only thing is he's a green card holder. Is it possible?
You gave birth?
No, I haven't. I'm giving birth this month.
What was the reason why you said that you wanted to stay here?
He wants me to stay because...
what was the reason you told immigration why you wanted to stay here?
Because we're having a family. Because we already...
You said you're having a family. So you told the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how long has he had a green card?
We already did a court wedding.
How long has he had a green card?
2 years. He wants the diversity to launch.
Well, if you overstay, you're going to end up being out of status for at least 2 or 3 years. That's a decision you're going to make.
No, I haven't overstayed.
I know. I said if you do.
My visa.
I said if you do. So hold on 1 second. Let's have a consultation, talk privately, and discuss all the pros and cons. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Shauna in West Palm Beach, Florida. Shauna.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I have 2 questions. One is about the VAWA that I think they're going to do something December 7th. What is that about? Can you explain that to me?
VAWA has always been a temporary law that gets extended every 3 years or so, and this has been since 1992. They extended VAWA for 120 days or 90 days, whatever. It was set to expire September 30th. And the reason they did it for after in December was simply nobody wanted to make a vote on immigration prior to the midterm elections. So they pushed the vote off after the elections. It will pass. It will be extended. It may be changed depending on who ends up winning Congress. If Republicans keep power, they could make the VAWA applications harder. They could
what if you file before they change the? What if you file before they change?
I don't know. Depends on how they do it. If the Democrats win, I would assume it would remain the same.
Same. And also, I was watching a video yesterday about Trump wanting to change something about the children who are born to undocumented people to take away their citizenship. So what I'm asking is, what if one parent is a permanent, a lawful permanent resident?
Don't even conjecture. All right, he cannot do it. It's a scare tactic. So don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
She was talking about Trump saying that in a stroke of a pen, everyone who's born here who's not born to a U.S. citizen, I can make an illegal alien. That's not happening. Felicia from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I got 2 questions for you.
Go ahead.
My kid's father, he came here in the country without a port of entry. Is there any way he can get a green card if I marry him?
Yes, it's called provisional waiver. Next.
Okay, my brother, they sent him home. They sent him home. They deported him out of the country. They said his marriage was fraud, which it wasn't. His wife messed him up because she moved on with her life and she wanted.
Well, what happened to her? What happened to her? Yeah, Felicia?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, you heard. My brother,
he got deported because they said it was a fake marriage when it wasn't.
Right.
It's a big problem.
Is there anything I can do?
Prove it wasn't a fake marriage, but even it's almost going to be impossible at this point. The time to afford it was before he got deported, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Let's go to Karen in Hollywood, Florida. Karen, how you doing?
Hi. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I have a question. I have a green card and I'm on my second extension. I submitted my documents in August of last year, and I am now on the second extension.
Okay, and the question is, when will you get a permanent green card?
Yes.
It's about a 2-year process. So if 2 years have come and gone and you still don't have it, that's when you contact a lawyer or, inquire about what's going on.
So this is for the second green card.
So you're past 2 years?
I have the first one. The first one expired, and
No. I didn't ask that question. You had a 2-year green card, and then you filed to remove the conditions. And if you've been waiting more than 2 years to remove the conditions, there's a problem. If you haven't been waiting more than 2 years, everything is good so far. That's my answer.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye. All right. With that said, I have been lucky to have been joined by none other than Jenny from the Cubicle. How are you, Jenny? She's like, hi. I love you. I love your hello. This is Jenny's hello. She's like, can you bring the, she's like, hi. 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 Can you do your hello again, please?
Hello. How's it going, everybody?
All right. Now I'm going to do it. Hello. Hi. All right. So Jenny from the Cubicle. Yes. Jenny does a lot of our social media here. She sits in a cubicle all day. Yes. Sometimes she comes to join us and ask your social media questions when Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias don't feel like showing up to work.
Exactly.
Okay. So before we get to that, Jenny from the Cubicle, before we get to social media check-in, where are we at with sharing?
So Groundhog Sam is reporting live right now that there are 612 Facebook shares and 73 watching on YouTube.
All right. So this is the story, guys. We only have about 40 minutes left of the show. You got to get to 1,000 Facebook shares, but you also got to get 120 people to contemporaneously watch on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube at the same time. Maybe you're going to hit, maybe you will be hitting the Facebook 1,000 shares, but if you don't get to 120 contemporaneous YouTube views, nobody wins anything. But if you do, then we are going to go to the machine tomorrow. You know that machine. We're going to pick out 5 Lucky Brad Squad winners who are each going to get a $20 gift certificate courtesy of Bradshaw Live. Gift certificate from American Express to go buy whatever you want. We're going to give away $100 just for sharing and watching and getting your friends to watch. So this is what you guys got to do right now. We got about 45 minutes to go. Let's get to 1,000 shares on Facebook. Let's get to 120 contemporaneous views. Let's give away $100. That's what we want to do. Jenny from the Cubicle, it is time for something that we call social media check-in. All right, so this is when Jenny reads off the questions on Facebook and YouTube. What do we got?
Okay, so we got our first question from Rosemary Smith, who said, I want to ask you a question. I'm over 10 years in the States. I pay my tax. Is there any way I could apply for a work permit?
There's no law that says just because you were able to evade immigration for 10 years and pay a tax return, you get a work permit. Now, maybe there's other options for you, but that in of itself doesn't entitle you to anything. What you should do is give us a call.
Okay. We got a question from Kuljit Odell, who said, hey, I'm asking for a friend. He's a green card holder for almost 4 years. Can he marry his girl that come with a B2 visa? Will she be able to get a work and social? Need your answer. Thank you.
Once you become a citizen, yes.
Okay.
So you become a citizen, yes, you will.
All right. We've got another question from John Cena, the one and only John Cena, who said SIGs for above 18 in New York, question mark?
There was a federal court that just struck down that said that kids between 18 and 21 should be entitled to get their SIGs. So let's see what happens.
Okay. Rosemary Smith asked that. Fox Racing said, Brad, I submitted my DV lottery with success. And if I'm lucky to be selected, will my DV submission in any way interfere with my I-130 filed through my U.S. citizen brother through your law firm back in 2014?
No, you can try as many different ways to get your green card as possible.
Okay, we got a question from Joey San Miguel, who said, my name is Ariel Dela Cruz. My case is this. I'm a crew member from the ship. I'm here in the USA since 2003. I'm married to an American citizen without divorcing my first wife in the Philippines. Now, second marriage is not working. We separated without a divorce. Now I meet a girl and she is an American citizen. She wants to help me fix my papers. I have never filed anything.
All right, you're a bigamist, number one. Number two, I don't know what help me fix my papers means. If you met an American and she's a U.S. citizen, obviously, and you fall in love, that's one thing. But you met an American and says, hey, I'll just marry you and get you a green card. Now you're compounding big issues. Number two, what you need to do is you need to divorce your wife in the Philippines before you do anything else. And you also have to get a judge to give you an annulment and nullify your marriage because you were a bigamist. So you need a divorce from wife one, an annulment from wife two, and then we can talk about you getting a green card.
Julene Plunkett said, hi, I have a question. I have a friend that got married. Last year she got her work permit, but now she is waiting for her green card, but her husband says he wants a divorce. What can I do? What can she do if there is anything?
Well, if you never got your green card and the marriage is going south, it's the same three options for everybody. Option one is work it out with your spouse. There was a time in your life where you loved each other. Go work it out. Number two, get a divorce. Get rid of the bum, and then you're going to have to fall in love all over again. Or number three, if there is physical abuse or extreme emotional abuse, you file a VAWA application. That is the option for everybody in that situation.
All right. That was good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jenny from the Cubicle, liking the answers.
Very thorough.
I'm trying, Jenny. I'm talking to myself here, so I'm more thorough. Belgium Kim and Yo-Yo here is less thorough.
You're talking to me.
I'm talking, yeah. You just showed up 5 minutes ago. Where have you been for the last hour and a half in your cubicle, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we got a question from Sandra Warren, who said, hi, good evening to Brad and the crew. My sister filed for me in 2005 in November. I know I should be close now, but can I come up and get my documents sorted out in the U.S.?
No. Stay right where you are.
Okay. Cyril Scott said, my friend went for his CR1 interview. Hold on, that's a longer question, so I gotta pull that up.
Just read it out.
Okay.
And if it doesn't make any sense, I will mentally put it in my Facebook to English translation and figure it out.
Right.
Okay, so just read it as is.
Okay. My friend went for his CR1 interview abroad, was denied because he went there 14 years ago with a passport, which had his last name spelled wrong, and the date of birth was mixed up. He swore an affidavit to effect the correction, but he was denied for misrepresentation and given a lifetime ban. Later on, his wife got a mail from the embassy asking her to submit an affidavit, tax transcripts, and notarized letter from a co-sponsor. Status of his case is administrative processing. What does this mean?
Okay. Did you understand that question, Jenny?
So
I understand it.
Yes.
Okay. So what happened is this. The man got married. His wife filed for him. He got denied because he tried to enter the United States on a bogus passport 14 years earlier. So that's lying. Lying is misrepresentation, permanent bar. Now he needs a waiver. The wife, the embassy sent the wife a form. She filled it out. That ain't getting approved. You need a good attorney to prove extreme hardship to your wife if you were prevented from being with her. Submitting 3 years tax returns ain't doing it. You guys, I don't understand sometimes when people just follow along. You got to think sometimes and say, hey, am I doing the right thing? I didn't answer his question, but he's not getting his waiver approved, that's for sure, not based on what he told me.
Okay, but it did say he was an administrative process.
Yeah, administrative processing is they'll look at it and they'll say, okay, the hardship is the woman submitted 3 tax returns. That's the hardship. Denied. Okay. That's not even proof of hardship, a tax return. And an affidavit.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
We got a question from Sanicia Gides, who said, I did not send my medical in with my application because at that time it was valid for 1 year now. Now it is valid for 2 years. When is the right time to go get my medical done?
About 3 weeks before your interview.
Okay.
And it's valid for 1 year, not 2 years.
All right. It's good to know. Mm-hmm. Chantel said, I know someone who I already messaged that person. They were looking, it was a how can I get a green card question. And I said, you need to make a consultation. Okay. Vera Dodd said, my friend's daughter is a U.S. citizen who holds dual citizenship in America and Indonesia. Her daughter never lived in the U.S., but next year the daughter will go to college in the U.S. and work part-time. Is it possible for the daughter to file a green card for her?
We answered this question. She had called already.
Oh, okay.
And the daughter's going to be 18. She's got to be 21.
All right. So we got that question, Vera. We got another question from Yonette Paul, who said, let's see, what did Yonette Paul say? He was asking for a follow-up, but I missed the first part of that question. So we got a question from Patricia, who said, good evening. How long does it take to get a work permit? Did interview last year in December. The work permit expired in July. Submitted for replacement work permits in April. Got no notifications on neither work permit nor green card status. What's your take on this matter?
My take on this is you should have gotten at least a receipt notice on the work permit, and if you didn't get it, then there's a big issue.
All right.
That's it.
No, we've got
keep going.
A lot more. Okay.
I'm waiting. Everybody, we're like at the edge of our seat waiting on the question.
Anticipation here.
Yes. Do. Okay, let's go.
All right, we got a question from Stacy Mutu, who said, I had a green card but gave it up at the embassy after my husband at that time didn't want to live here in the USA. But after 2 years, my marriage didn't work and I would like to come back to the US. Is there a way to get it back or to come back to live in the US? I have a visitor's visa currently.
No, you gave up your green card. You got to try all over again.
Okay, so we got the first part to Yonette's question, who said, if you overstayed but your visitor's visa isn't expired, can you travel domestically?
Yes, but you're still out of status.
Okay, so he's just got to fix that.
Yes.
Okay. Ada Adams said, hi guys, I spoke to you yesterday. The 10-year ban is about to be over, but is this going to stop me from getting a green card through the DV? Please let me know, thanks.
the 10-year bar for being out of status here. If it's over and you get the DV and you pass 10 years, you qualify. Otherwise, you'll get through.
Cool. That's good news. Alex Aranza said, my wife came here as a J1 visa in March in 2016. We got married in October 2016. Plus, she got pregnant, and we adjusted her status this September in 2018. Did she overstay? Should I reread those?
What's the difference if she overstayed or not? She's a resident or a citizen?
She came on a J1 visa in March. They got married in October 24th. Then she got pregnant, and they adjusted her status this September. Did she overstay?
As long as she was on her J visa, J visas don't overstay. J visas violate their status when their program is up or they leave their program. So the question is, was her program up? Did she ever leave her program? If that's yes, she violated her status, she was illegal. But what's the difference? If he's a U.S. citizen, who cares? Still get a green card.
All right. They got a baby on the way, too, so
Yeah.
mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Jenny from the cubicle, pull it out the Hebrew. Thank you.
All right, we got a question from Nova Samaj who said, is it possible to use a medical insurance which you are paying into if someone filed for you? To use medical insurance which you are paying into if someone filed for you?
Sure.
Okay. So Patricia had a follow-up. She was the one who said, you know, I did all this stuff, got all the paperwork in, but I haven't heard on my green card. But she said, Brad, I got the receipt notice and they said they reviewed my fingerprint, and if there's anything else they want, they would contact me. That was the last she heard in June.
Well, you should have gotten your work permit then.
Okay.
Give us a call.
All right. And then Terry said, is there any way to apply for permanent residency if you were given withholding of removal?
You would need to reopen your case and be qualified. I don't know. We would need to know more.
Okay. Winsome Facey said, good evening. I filed for my adult son in 2014. How long will it take for him to come here, and can he apply for a visitor's visa in the meantime?
No, he cannot apply for, anyone can apply for a visitor's visa, but he's going to be denied because he's already been filed for. And when was he filed for?
In 2014.
Oh, and he's married?
The son?
Yes.
He is, we don't know if he's married. He's an adult.
Okay,
though.
so if he's single, about another 6 years, 5 years. If he's married, about another 10.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do 3 more.
All right, I got 3 for you.
Good.
Isabella Barnes said, my friend is a green card holder for about 2 years. Her husband, as a visitor's visa, her husband has a visitor's visa. The friend, who is a green card holder, filed the I-130 for him, and he is here now visiting. Is there any way he can stay in the U.S. and get his green card?
File the I-130. They're getting he got married to a green card holder?
Yes, she did file the I-130, and he's visiting on the visitor's visa, so I think...
No, he would have to go home.
Okay. And Joanne Ribeiro said, my question is, after being approved for a work permit and approved for the spousal abuse, how long does it take to get a green card or interview?
18 months for an adjustment. 12 to 18 months.
Okay.
All right?
Was that 3?
That was 3.
Okay.
So you may have remembered a while back we had spoken to this dancer, Jean Appolon, who goes to Haiti. He's an American citizen, but he goes to Haiti and he does free dance lessons for the children in Haiti, get them off the street, give them an activity, and also give them an interest in dance and music. He joined our show before, and he also discussed his escape from Haiti to the United States as a teenager after his father was killed for his political activities. He has danced with the Alvin Ailey dance troupe and the Joffrey Ballet Company. He now manages J.E. Expressions, which I just discussed, a dance troupe for youth in Boston and Haiti. This summer, Jean was back in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, directing the free annual Summer Dance Institute for Kids when deadly riots broke out in Haiti. And he came here to discuss what he saw with the riots in Haiti and how it affected the country. Let's watch. Jean Appolon is a Haitian-American citizen who literally danced his way out of a death sentence from Haiti to America when he was 16 years old, after his father was killed for his political activities in Haiti. He eventually got a scholarship to the Alvin Ailey dance troupe in New York and danced with the Joffrey Ballet Company. He now manages J.E. Expressions dance troupe for both youth in Boston and in Haiti. Jean appeared on our show back in April to discuss his immigration story, which was quite amazing. This summer, Jean went back to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, directing his free annual Summer Dance Institute that serves young, aspiring Haitian dancers who do not have a regular access to dance education, when the classes were interrupted by deadly riots that broke out across the city on July 7th. Jean is back with me today to discuss his experience in Haiti this summer. He posted a lot on his Facebook page. Welcome back, Jean. It's a pleasure to have you. And I see you're driving, so I appreciate you, I guess, pulling over to the side of the road and giving us a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Brad. I'm safe and parked.
Good, good. So you were in Haiti this summer, and you've been going back year after year, if people who remember you from our April show. And you do this annual dance workshop. You do it for free. You open up your dance studio in Haiti, give your services. Everything is for free to help children who are impoverished, who don't have access to dance, the ability to try to achieve their dreams like you have. How is that going there?
This is going pretty well, except, we definitely need a few hands, to help us move forward, and a few angels, but it's going well because we serve now around 100 kids, in the capital, and we serve, around another 200 kids around the countryside. So it's been going well, but it's just like we need a few more angels and hands to kind of come with us and help us.
Are they enthusiastic, the kids? Are they mostly girls, boys, a combination of the two?
Combination of two. We have half and half, boys and girls. And they are very happy because through this program, they really find peace and understanding of how to live in chaos country like Haiti.
How many hours a week do they come to see you when you're there?
They come to see us Monday to Friday for like 8 hours a day.
Wow, it's intensive.
Intensive, yes. 9 to 4 for like a month, and we do a month and a half right now.
What was Port-au-Prince like? When did you arrive in Port-au-Prince?
I arrived in Port-au-Prince in June 28th. It was peaceful. It was, of course, a lot of, people running around trying to mind their business. But on July 7th, it was really chaotic.
So what happened? How did the riots start?
I was going to drop one of my co-workers and some of my students that I sometimes give a ride to. And it was about 4:20, and suddenly I saw the street get very busy and people were running, and they started to put tires and barricade around different streets. And suddenly somebody said, we need to get, home safe because, they're starting a big riot, and I don't think we're going to be able to make it back to the hotel where we were. So the place that I was is pretty much 10 to 15 minutes away from the hotel where I stayed and where I run the program. And we end up getting back into the hotel maybe an hour and 15 minutes later.
And this is the riots that we see here. Now, what happened when you got back to the hotel? It took you an hour and a half. I guess it was a little scary. What happened?
It was really scary because, that really brought the memory of my father's, tragedy that happened in 1991 in Haiti. So when we got back to the hotel, it was really relief, but also too very intense because my parents, and my family was looking out to know what I was doing in Haiti still, if I could get out ASAP. And I had also friends of mine who came to help me with the program. And I didn't know what to tell them because they were kind of worried. They weren't too scared, but they were worried. And I told them, do not be scared because if that thing is over by the few days coming, we will still stay in Haiti to do the program, which we did. But, people were very worried because there were a lot of chaos.
So tell me what you actually saw from the hotel room. You say chaos. What did you actually say?
From the street when I was driving back, there were tires burning like you saw in the video.
Right.
And there were people running with, barricade in their hand, trying to break into stores, trying to burn tires, trying to really throw things at buildings. And it was and they started to burn, a few hotels around the hills of Port-au-Prince. So I was very much worried also about my hotel that I was staying in, that they might come and burn it down. So we were pretty much like trying to stay put and trying to stay safe. But, at the end of the night, we ended up sleeping late that night. And when I woke up the next day, it was still tense. We couldn't even go get food in the street because the hotel was pretty much closed. There were no way to kind of have no service because the people who work at the hotel couldn't come back to the hotel to serve anybody. So we were trying to get to the street to see if we can find food, but it was very tense. So we tried to stay next to the hotel more and try to eat what we had in the hotel. And after that, the following 2 days, we went out and tried to get something to eat.
Wow. So you were basically prisoner in the hotel?
Pretty much.
So you decided to teach the class anyway, and the riots were still going on. How did that go?
The kids came because the riot happened on a Friday evening. So the kids came on Monday trying to have class, but the riot was still intense. So we just told them, if it comes down on Tuesday, we'll start on Tuesday, which it did.
Mm-hmm.
And we started back on Tuesday, and we spent 2 more weeks in Haiti where we taught the classes. And thank God, there were still tensions and there were still worry about, going to the street. But thank God the kids were, coming in safe and we able to teach the classes. And after that, we're just trying to really, pick up the pieces because a lot of the streets were very still barricaded. So it makes traffic was very bad for the kids to come to us. So even though we were very kind of like asking the kids to be there on time, so we couldn't send them back home because they were pretty much trying to get to the program back, to dance.
And what we're looking at here now is a burnt out building. I guess one of the buildings they burned down in the riots?
This is a supermarket somewhere in Delmar, pretty much in Haiti. And it was there are a lot of other markets like this was burned down and businesses were burned down like that.
This is all going on and you're teaching a class inside. When the music goes on and the kids are there and you're dancing, do you get almost like a sense of you're in a cocoon and you don't even know what's going on outside? Or is there still a sense of fear that the building that I'm teaching the kids in can go up in flames?
We kind of like teach a class and we try to really stay positive because of the kids, because the kids are, pretty much looking for normalcy. So we cannot really kind of keep on creating the system of like, wow, we're scared and we don't want, we don't know what to do, we don't know what to teach. So we try to really keep the kids in tunes and we try to let them know to stay safe. And we end up teaching the class peacefully. And also the class really gives us a sense of normalcy. Because when you don't find peace, you have to create it.
Right.
As a teacher, as a passionate teacher, and as somebody who's been through trauma before, I did not want my kids in Haiti to suffer from the same thing that I suffered. So I tried to really talk to them about how to stay safe and how we can just like dance together and hear the music and hear the drums and trying to be there for each other and support each other the way we can.
And I think you hit on a really valid point about giving them a sense of normalcy. That, this class is still going on versus it's too dangerous to come, stay at home, and that would lead to more psychological, I think, damage.
Pretty much so. Pretty much so.
The riots continued for how long? And there's a dead body there. Wow.
Continued for like maybe 2 days in full, 2 or 3 days in full. And after that, during the week that we were teaching there, people started to really kind of like, go back to their businesses. And the president of Haiti gave his speech and the prime minister was there. I ended up, quitting, or I think he was revoked. So, the politics were still trying to really make people understand what's going on because it was, a lot of things going on because people said, it was the gas price that they put on that the reason why kind of create this kind of chaos. But also people are living in very bad shape in Haiti still because you have, 90% of the country who's living under poverty. So it is very hard for people to really move and to be able to eat whatever they want to eat.
Did you feel at any time that your life was in danger, that you could have been killed?
The day of the
scared.
The day of the riot, I was in the street. I was very scared because people were smacking our cars. Because, if you are in a car, people who's like in the riot feel like, you are part of the problem. Because you're driving and you can move around and themselves, they are suffering and they cannot eat the same way that maybe you can. So it's kind of like, it's very chaotic.
Now, just a little background here on the riot. The Haitian government announced on Friday, July 6th, the prices were going to go up 38% for gasoline, 47% for diesel, and 51% for kerosene. Now, the price hikes were too much for most of the people to bear, which caused the riots. About 59% of Haitians make less than the equivalent of $2.41 a day. So if they're making $2.41 a day, how in the world would they be able to afford any of this, which is what caused the riots and a total, at least according to government officials, 9 people died that weekend in the riots. The prime minister resigned. You're there. Has that calmed the people down? Have the prices come down for the gas? What's going on now?
It did kind of like, calm people down because people felt like, they had their voice heard. So that kind of really calmed people down a little bit. But still, the problem is still lingering. As you can hear, like just 2 days ago, there were huge other riots. Thank God they didn't burn that much of places, but there were huge manifestation of people in the street screaming for, poverty and, lack of resources in Haiti. So it's still going on. So to me, I feel like I try to really get the help that I bring to Haiti is just like to really make those kids understand that they can become a leader also too, and they can become productive despite of all this chaos that you see around of you.
It's amazing to me because the Haitians that I've never been to Haiti myself, but the Haitians that I meet here in America are all, for the most part, I hate to stereotype people, really smart, hardworking, intelligent, common-sensed people. I don't understand why they can't get their country together. What do you think the problem is?
The problem is many levels. Because to me, when I get to Haiti, you see there are the politicians who's very hungry for, for power and very hungry for money. And you have outside hands who's also there, hungry for money and hungry for control. And the poverty in Haiti become business for everybody to gain from it, but not for the mass population who's like suffering from it. So poverty become like, a business.
It's politicians being selfish for their own gain without really, and it's been forever there, I guess, right? For since the French left. And even the French did it too also. French were worse.
But they still do a lot of damage. They have, people from America, people from France, people from Canada, politicians who just like really feel like they want to get their hands on Haiti because they feel like Haiti is a gem. Haiti is a place where they can really make money anyway, because even when Haiti is in deep poverty, people are still making millions of dollars in Haiti. People are still asking where's the money is going. So nobody have any answer yet, but it's just like we feel like, Haiti needs a chance because this generation of new kids, they need a chance because they are very eager to learn. And to me, what I would like to see coming out of that is just for any politicians or anybody who's very hungry for Haiti, they really need to put Haiti in a better path so everybody can live peacefully and everybody can live productively. Because you have also a great of population who doesn't know how to read or write. So to me, I feel like it's time for us to really say enough is enough.
Trump is ending TPS program for Haiti, temporary protected status for Haitians. It's going to be lifted on July 22nd, 2019 as of now. That's the date that it ends. From your experience this summer, if all the Haitians in America have to go back to Haiti, what do you think is going to happen?
Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos, death, and more poverty. Because now I think they're really trying to get us in the point when Somalia was going very, very bad, like with hunger, with poverty, and chaos. That's where they want to put Haiti. And to me, I feel like if you do that to a lot of people who've been pretty much doing their business here in America and who's been working so hard, getting a job and trying to find any kind of job it is, dishwashing, cleaning hospitals, cleaning, older people here in America. And now for them to go back to Haiti and not even knowing where they're going to find a job, you have people are dying now in Haiti. People are being picked up by trash trucks when they died in Haiti, where there is no morgue who can come and pick them up to bring them like to a proper burial. So to me, I feel like Haiti, I don't know, I'm not trying to publicize the worst of Haiti because Haiti has also its best part because Haiti has a lot of beautiful places that you can go and relax. It's just like, to me, I feel the politics is too wrong. And it is very unfair for people to really use other human beings to make profit like this. And to me, I feel like it's time. It's time for us to do better.
Sure, I understand. And, it's sad. It's very sad there. And I don't know if there's one solution to the problem. It's an intractable problem. You plan on going back next summer after all the trauma and near-death experience you had this summer?
I'm going back next week.
You're going back next week? All right, good for you.
I'm going back next week for 5 days.
Good for you.
Because, November is a celebration. There's a lot of the dead in Haiti. And I have to do my program again next summer in Haiti. So to me, I feel like if we there are a lot of other great institutions doing a lot of good things in Haiti also too. At the same time that I'm telling you that, because you have people who really mean good in Haiti.
Now, you posted a lot on your Facebook page when all of this was happening. What was the reaction on Facebook?
A lot of people said, come back home. But also a few of friends of mine who knows my passion, they just, said to me, Jean, stay safe but try to really, come back safe to us, but, do your thing and try to help those kids to stay focused.
Jean, if more people in Haiti were like you, I think the country would be okay. Here you are, putting your life at risk, your time, your energy, your money, your expertise to help children there. And if more people in Haiti did what you did, the country would be on a better track. So good for you. And I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your experiences with us. And I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Thank you so much, Brad, for giving me the platform to be able to express that.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate that, and I sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you again. Appreciate it. All right. So where are we at with the sharing?
So Groundhog Sam last said that there was 775 Facebook shares, and there are 60 people watching on YouTube.
All right, so we did not win it today.
No.
But we will have an opportunity to do it tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow, folks, until we win it.
In it to win it.
Comments of the day. Comments of the day.
Comments of the day. There were so many good ones. We have...
Just pick the top three.
Okay, top three. Fox Racing said, Brad, you're beyond qualified to do the show on your own. And you started the show on your own alive on the radio years ago.
Thank you. All right, Kim and Yo-Yo, Fox Racing has you fired. Next.
Sabrina Chan said, great job, Brad. Watch the show every day. I have learned so much.
Thank you.
And then we got a question from a comment from Wilfredo on Facebook who said, I'm actually walking home from work and by chance you on the line. I'm listening to you, bro.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. All right, with that, folks, we'll see you all tomorrow. We're going to give you another chance to win $100, 5 $20 gift certificates tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.